Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So, how are you all? How are you all? Fine. All are fine, na? Am I audible? Honey, am I audible? What happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And all of you do respond in the class, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, today we are going to discuss some phrases which we commonly use in we are not native speakers, right? We are not native speakers of England, so we are Indian speakers, right? And we use some phrases or sentences or words in our daily life which are not commonly used in standard English. Okay, so and today we are going to discuss all about, not all, some of the phrases. It's not possible to cover all the phrases in one class only. So today, in our today's class, we will discuss about some phrases which we commonly use, and we will also know about the standard English. The phrases we use as an Indian speaker, and we will also know what are the correct phrases that use in standard English. Okay, so standard English usage. Standard English usage we will also discuss. Now let's start. These are very common. You can recognize the phrases that are very common we use in our daily life. Okay, and as an Indian speaker we use those phrases, right? You can see here, kindly revert back. We often see this phrase in mails, right? Official mail even. While writing or sending official mails and all. So we see this phrase, kindly revert back. Actually, revert suggests going back or returning to a former state, right? So it cannot stand for reply or respond, right? Kindly revert back. When we use this phrase, we want to mean that please respond, right? So kindly revert back, instead of using this phrase kindly revert back, we should use please reply, because standard English usage please reply is used, not kindly revert back. Okay, and it's very difficult, as an Indian speaker, we are not native speakers, and it's very difficult to achieve that accuracy, right? It's not possible, and we use some of the words which are not used in standard English. So we should know, how to make and we should try to make um, to make them correct, to use word which are correct. We should try. So one is kindly revert back. Instead of kindly revert back, we should use please reply. Okay, the second one is too good. too good most of us use, right? Too good is a very common and we often use it. So, how do the Indian speakers say, like, the movie is too good, you must go and watch it, right? But actually, in standard English, too never used. Very really, these are used to chosen or to emphasize something good. Here, when we say the movie is too good, we mean that the movie is good, right? The movie is very good. So to mean that very good, we use too good. The movie is too good. So instead of too good, we should use very good. So the correct sentence will be, the movie is very good, you must go and watch it. Okay. The third one you can see here. How do you do? Well, how do you do? We, the Indian speakers, often use it, right? How do you do? It's a very common, sentence we often use. How do you do? We can ask to a stranger or even the person who are known. Okay, how do you do? So actually, in standard English, it is used only you meet the person for the first time. If you are going to meet a person for the first time, then you can ask how do you do. But if you meet that person subsequently, okay, you often meet that person. So in that case, it is more appropriate to say how are you, not how do you do. And if you meet some person for the first time, then you can ask how do you do. Well, and one thing I must say is that, see, if someone is using like currently, revert back, or too good and how do you do, these are not incorrect. I'm telling you, these are not incorrect. But if you want to use the words or phrases of standard English usage, okay, then you should use please reply, very good, and how are you. These are not incorrect. Okay, but if you try to acquire the languages of English, standard English usage, then you can use these. These are Indian speakers. This is the way how Indian speaker says, and this is how standard English usage. Okay, now pin drop silence. It is also very common, right? Pin drop silence, we often use it. In the classroom, there should be pin drop silence, right? You maybe heard that kind of sentences like pin drop silence or some. So actually, in standard English, instead of pin drop silence, complete silence or perfect silence is used. It's not that pin drop, if someone is using pin drop silence while speaking, then he or she is incorrect. No, he is also right. As an Indian speaker, he is right. Okay, but suppose you want to go abroad, and you want to you while facing the native speakers of England, okay, and you suppose you are going to converse with some native speakers of England, then you should use standard English words, right? And as an Indian speaker, you can use pin drop silence, and as I have told earlier, that if you want to use some standard English words or phrases, then you can use these words in your daily use. Now, purchase. Well, we often say, right, I'm going to purchase a gift, I'm going to purchase a dress, right, I'm going to purchase bread, I'm going to purchase milk. I hope that you all have heard these kind of sentences, but actually purchase is used for some elaborate and formal type of buying, something very expensive, then you can use purchase. Okay, but like gift or dress, or bread or milk, so these are very not very expensive, these are very common, so you can use buy instead of purchase. Here you can see bread, I'm going to buy 2 loaves of bread. So here bread is not very expensive and not formal type of buying, right? So that's why we use here buy instead of purchase. Okay, now tight slap. This is also a very common phrase. Yes. We are the native speaker of India, right? And how do you used to say? I will give you a tight slap on your cheek if you say that again. Well, a native speaker of English is more likely to structure the sentence with hard slap. They will say, I will give you a hard slap on your cheek if you say that again. Okay. So, with Indian speakers use tight slap, and native speaker of English they use hard slap. Then move on to next one. See here, colony. Actually, colony refers to a locality where people involved in some profession, in the same profession or with similar backgrounds. Okay, suppose some doctors, the persons who all are doctors, or the persons who all are teachers, okay, they are living in a place in some locality, then we can say that area the colony, because there the person who are living, they are in the same profession, right? So we can say that area a colony. Okay, but what we do, the Indian speakers, to refer to some residential area or some locality, we often use colony. But this is not correct I can say. Actually, this is not standard English usage. So, if we say, suppose an incident occurred, if we say an incident occurred in our colony, that means here colony, I want to what does the word colony refers to? The word colony here refers to the locality, right? I want to actually say an incident occurred in our residential area, in our locality, right? Instead of that, if we use colony, then it will be not it will not belong to standard English usage. We should rather say in an incident occurred in our locality, right? And we can say an incident occurred in doctor's colony. That's right, because doctor's colony refers to an area where there are all the doctors, they are in the same profession. So that's why I have written here, where people involved in the same profession or with similar backgrounds group together in a neighborhood with each other. So then we can use colony, like doctor's colony or the teacher's colony. Okay, then again we will move on to our next one. This is very interesting. Receive. Well, receive, we often say like, I'm going to bus stand to receive my friend, I'm going to bus stand to receive my relative, I'm going to bus stand to receive my brother or sister, right? We often use it. But actually, when we receive someone, we give formal welcome. Formal welcome means with some garlands and all, some formal welcome, that is grand welcome, right? So when we receive someone, we give formal welcome. But if we go to the bus stand to bring home my relative or my friend or someone else, then we should rather use bring home, not receive. I am going to bus stand to bring home my relative. It's not that I am going to bus stand to receive my relative. Why? Because I will not give him a formal welcome, right? I will not welcome him with some garland and all. So it will not a formal welcome. Then we should rather use bring home, not receive. Okay, so we should use receive when we give formal welcome, otherwise bring home or meet, that's okay. Next, footpath. See, all of you, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have any doubt, you can tell me. Okay, it's not that just I am explaining and all and you just hear. It's not that. I will give you some exercise, after completing this, I will give you also some exercise, or I may upload the task in the Google Classroom, then you have to solve. So if you have any confusion, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Then footpath, road for vehicles and footpath for pedestrians. Well, instead of footpath, if we follow standard English usage, we should rather use pavement, not footpath. Here you can see road for vehicles and pavement for pedestrians. Okay, then get down. See, this is also very common, and with Indian speakers often use like I am going to get off at the next station, right? Sorry, I am going to get down at the next station. We often use it, but actually if we follow standard English usage, then we should use get off. because in standard English usage, the expression getting off is likely to be preferred to getting down. So we should use get down instead of get off if we want to mean, that, like I am going to get off at the next station. So we should use get off. Now time is over. Many say like that, time is over, but actually time is up, not over. So the correct sentence is stop writing, time is up. If we say stop writing, time is over, then it's not according to the standard English usage words. So we should rather use stop writing, time is up. Now cut jokes and crack jokes. Jokes are not cut, right? They are cracked. Cracked or told. And in standard English, crack jokes is used. So the correct example is Sidhu knows how to crack jokes. Sidhu, if we use Sidhu knows how to cut jokes, then it will not according to the standard English usage. So we should rather use Sidhu knows how to crack jokes, or we can use Sidhu knows how to told jokes. How to tell, sorry, not told. Because after to, the word should be always in present tense. So to tell. By walk. The standard English usage suggests on foot rather than by walk. Like these days I am going to office on foot, not by walk. Okay. The next one is also very interesting. See, time pass. Like in Indian English, in order to suggest that something is very ordinary, then time pass is used. Like if we say, how was the movie? Just time pass, right? It means they want to mean that the movie is very ordinary, and that's why they use time pass, right? But in standard English, time pass is not used for such connotations. Average is used. So it should be, how was the movie? Just average. whatever we have discussed now, do you have any doubt? You can tell me, then we will move on to next. I will give you some sentences, okay, and you have to make them correct. After the class, I will upload some sentences and you have to make them correct. Correct means you have to just follow the standard English usage and then write. Okay, then no doubt, I think.
No, ma'am.
So I hope that when from the next time when you will use these words, okay, or these phrases, or you will use these phrases in your sentences, then I hope that you will follow the standard English, right? You will follow standard English, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. With the Indian speakers, and I know that it's very hard to achieve you know that level of accuracy, but we have to try at least. So today is World Environment Day, right? Can you say something on the topic environment and how can we protect? Let's discuss a little bit about environment. So are you ready? What happened, all of you? Are you there? Let me ask you some questions. Chun, are you there? Where is Chun? Sumitra, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Sumitra is there. Okay, tell me, if I say I'm going to buy a water bottle, so is it correct or wrong? What do you think? I'm going to buy a water bottle or I'm going to purchase a water bottle?
I am going to buy
Water bottle, right? Now tell
water
me,
bottle.
okay, now tell me why we should not, why do we use buy, not purchase? Sumitra, tell me, it's very simple. I have explained.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
Buy a standard English.
Okay. So when do we use purchase?
Expensive one.
Expensive, right? You were right. Very expensive. Actually, purchase is used for when we buy something very expensive, then we use purchase, otherwise buy. Okay, Sumitra, good one. Then Shivam Kumar. Shivam is there. Shivam, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Shivam, tell me, uh, if I say the food is too delicious, is it right?
Ma'am, delicious itself is a substitute of too tasty. So I
Okay.
think delicious.
Delicious,
There is no
yes,
need
delicious is
to
enough. You
put
can,
too.
yes, delicious is obviously in itself, it carries the meaning. What do you want to say? You can also use really delicious. If if you try to mean that food is really delicious, too delicious, that means delicious, but that extent, if you want to mean, then you can use really delicious, not too is necessary. So too delicious or too good, not necessary. So we can substitute, we can use very or really as a substitute. Okay, then who is there? See, Rahul Kisku is there. Okay, Rahul, tell me. Rahul, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rahul, uh, suppose I am going to meet you for the first time, and
Yes.
I had never seen you before, and I am going to meet you for the first time. And if you ask me, how do you do? Is it right?
Ma'am, can you please repeat once more?
Oh, yes, of course. See, I am going to meet you for the first time. I had never seen you before, and you had also never seen me before. We are going to meet for the first time, and if you ask me, how do you do? Is it right?
Yes, ma'am, it's correct.
Okay, it's correct. Why?
Because there only maybe.
It's right. Right. So, why? You are right, but why? Can you tell me the reason? Because in standard English, when if you meet the person for the first time, then you should use how do you do. Okay, and if you
Yes.
meet that person subsequently, then you can use how are you. For the first time, how
Yes.
do you do? After that, how are you?
How are you?
Yes. Not who are you, how are you actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
how are you?
Yes, yes, okay. So Rahul किसको then Rajan Raj.
Yes, ma'am.
Exercises. I will upload all the exercises there also. Whatever I am asking you now, I will upload all the exercises there also. Okay, I am telling you a sentence. You have to identify the error and you have to make it correct. You missed something. The speech was too good. Now correct the sentence. You missed something. The speech was too good. What's wrong here?
Ma'am, I don't know.
You don't know, but you should know because you are here in the class, right? And it's very simple. I have explained.
Ma'am, but I have confusion in that.
That means you are not, you are not given concentration. Are you there in
Ma'am,
the
I
class
give
really?
concentration, but I have in my home there is not lot of silence, noise.
Then go to a place where you can concentrate.
Ma'am, in my home it's wedding time.
Such a lame